Hey friends, welcome back to OG Universe. Today we're looking at the Mcfarlane Toys DC Direct Page Punchers Black Manta. So this is the final figure from the Aquaman themed Page Punchers wave. It's been a great wave. There's been some absolute standout gems from this lineup. And this one here was a little trepidatious because actually Black Manta is one of my least favorite looking Aquaman villains and one of my least favorite characters. Just that big fishbowl head that he has not looked good. His artistic interpretations vary, I guess. Sometimes they make it look just so overly large. It just looks ridiculous. But this one's been scaled down. It looks more appropriate, proportional to his body. And yeah, damn, this is one hell of a surprise, impressive figure for me. So again, Black Manta, not my favorite. He was pretty cool in the Aquaman movie. And through the Jeff Johns, Ivan Reis era of Aquaman, he was fantastic. He was drawn extremely well. The characterization was so good. Really stood out. But man, since then, he's been drawn so-so and just, I don't know, kind of lacks a little bit of detail in the action figure vein especially. I don't have a single Black Manta figure in my collection until this one. I just don't like the way he looks, but this one has changed my mind. And I think it'll change yours too if you're on the fence like I was. Let's take a closer look at the figure. He is damn impressive. That head sculpt looks so good. The way that it's designed with the eyes, the kind of weird alien look to it, but man, it's just not overly big and just comical looking. It doesn't look like some weird looking guy with a fish head or something like that. It just looks fantastic. Man, he's got hoses attached to the back of his head as well. The detail on this figure, like I said, is spectacular. I love how they painted this bright metallic silver, the little hose connections as well. And it doesn't impede the articulation. It's got enough movement and flexibility that you can move the head around without any issues. Now the texturing with Mcfarlane Toys is absolutely incredible. And this one, they did another spectacular job with that heavy mesh pattern. The red signals here, the red line work as well is really clean. All that extra padding and armor plating looks so damn good. The fins on the back with the different color of black, different stylizations, it looks so nice. And you just feel it's just texturized to the max. It looks fantastic. And this theme has been heavy on tridents. And this one is no slouch here too. It looks very high tech, very imposing, looks fantastic. He's got these blades here on his gauntlets that are removable, which I'm glad because I could imagine this figure always having these blades in all the time. They definitely look cool if you're having battle, man, watch out. So yeah, very easily they slide right out. You can see they slide in right there. You just line it up with this divot and then plug it into that socket right there. I'm just gonna remove them for the rest of the video so they're not banging into everything. But yeah, nice and easy, great little accessory. Man, and I'm almost at a loss for words because this figure is just that damn good. In person, man, he looks fantastic. Just one of the best figures I've seen from Mcfarlane Toys. Really, really sculpted beautifully. Now the figure does come with some accessories besides everything that's included. We do have the individual comic book here as well, that Black Manta cover. And you also have trading card and display disc as well. Now if we look at the back here, again, really not a very good render of this figure. I don't know what's going on with its packaging. Every figure within this wave has been a render that looks just early prototype, not fully fleshed out, not looking too good. But the figures, thank goodness, are absolutely amazing from this wave. So, without any further ado, let's take a look at some articulation. Now, one thing I really want to point out, no issues holding that trident. Maybe my Ocean Master was just a bum one that didn't have enough tightness in the joint or whatever, but he can hold this one. And this is a pretty substantial weight, this trident as well, but no issues with any floppy wrist. The head, as we've kind of seen, has some really nice articulation. You even get, you know, crazy little side view, side attitude. I love the attitude. But yeah, really well done, even with the hoses attached there. Now, for the shoulders, this piece here is a separate piece, as you can see, so it's not going to inhibit any articulation in that shoulder joint. It does have the butterfly socket and the hinge as well, and really nice, it's sculpted with this mesh pattern all the way through, even in that socket joint too. Very nicely done, Mcfarlane Toys. Why didn't they do that on Nightwing? I don't know, but you do have the swivel at the bicep, double joints at the elbows, ball joints at the wrist. Now for ab articulation, not too much, not too bad, but does have a bit of movement and a waist cut as well. Ball joints at the hips, double joints ratchet at the knees. Toe articulation, which is really stiff on this one. Ankle joints with the rocker and the ball joint, and it's really nicely hidden here. It's perfectly sculpted in with the details too. That's really cool. The socket here just looks like a piece of the armor. Hides that articulation extremely well. But yeah, this is a damn impressive character. I am so happy to add this character to my collection, this figure. I think he's gonna be definitely like a Legion of Doom character that might start building up some of my villains line, not just a Batman line, but something to fight the Justice League. And damn, this guy would be a very imposing character on the battlefield standing across from. But let's bring in some extra characters from this entire Page Punchers wave. So we got Aqualad here. This is his son. And man, the scaling is really good. Don't mind him being shorter, of course, because Aqualad is a young adult character, so he's not going to be as tall as Black Manta. And I assume Black Manta with his armor is probably, probably like 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", maybe. He looks really good though. Look great together. And then we're gonna throw in the classic Aquaman comic book version. I like that height difference. It looks good. I always figured Black Manta would be a bit of a taller character, a bit more imposing, and I like how he is taller when sizing him up with this classic Aquaman. Let's see how he fares with the Page Puncher Aquaman from this wave. So they're roughly the same size. That's cool. Aquaman almost looks a little bit bigger, but that's fine. I don't know if I'm gonna put these two on the same shelf with the other Aquaman, but they look good together. You can see these guys battling out under the oceans and all that cool stuff. Very cool. Another character I want to bring in, the other villain from this wave, and that is Ocean Master. And Ocean Master is a little bit shorter, and that's okay because he's a bit more imposing for sure. But this is another great character with beautiful sculpted details. Excellent, excellent figure. And then we'll bring one more figure for a Page Puncher height comparison, and that is the Flash. So the Flash is about the same size. Man, it's just weird to see sometimes the evolution of Mcfarlane Toys. Even just from like a few months ago to a year ago, they get continuously better and better. Now, by no means is this Flash figure not a well-done figure. He looks great. Does need that extra bit of paint work to really bring out all the incredible detailed sculpt work that has been done on this figure. But yeah, there we go. So guys, as if you don't need to know, but my final thoughts, man, this is a great looking figure. Absolutely awesome figure. One that would be excellently added to your collection. I give this one of my highest rankings. It is phenomenal. He looks imposing, badass looking character. And for a character that I really didn't like a lot, and I've gone on my way not to purchase any of the figures that have been produced, and there's been quite a few that just don't do it for me. This one did. It is absolutely spectacular. Only thing that I would say holding this back from a perfect 10, in my opinion, is the unmasked head. If we just had an unmasked head, or this helmet would fit on top of the helmet, or excuse me, of a head, and it's removable, that would have been absolutely killer. But otherwise, guys, this is a phenomenal figure. Definitely add it to your collection. You're not gonna be disappointed. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Stay tuned for lots more reviews on the way.